Koulibaly, Alfie, Rudden, and Sadiq. So he's playing it as a pre-season game, Ulster.
Yeah, that's good, though. That's good. That's what these games are for, mate. You know, to fire in all different wee formulas, different wee players in and out to see how they cope together. And I'm really happy with that. I think that's something different. I can't wait to actually see how they all play. And obviously we've got a good bench there as well. So
7 changes from Thursday evening, Fox.
Aye, big surprise to me is seeing Fod's on the bench, mate. I thought he was on his way out, but he's still there as our former number 1. So I wonder if he'll get a wee run out today.
I would imagine normally in these situations, Fox would be 45 minutes each for the goalkeepers. Would that be fair?
Well, that's what it looks like. It's good to also see that Arfield is in the substitutes bench as well, so he must be back to some sort of fitness. And also Sadiq being on the bench as well. Maybe we'll get a wee glimpse of him.
Maybe half an hour at least, Fox. Maybe half time, you never know.
Aye. A good half an hour. He's supposed to be short of match fitness, so they maybe just give him a wee run out here to see how he takes to playing for Rangers.
Mm-hmm. So you see setting up, Ulster?
I'm trying to look here. I think it'll probably be something similar. I think it looks like Andy Halliday will probably play left back. I would say McCrory, Doherty, and Jarry will play in the midfield and maybe go with that sort of like forward 3 with Candias middle and out wides, Morelos in the middle on his own there. Yeah, so Halliday at left back is pretty surprising. I don't know if is Declan Jones still not 100% then? He mustn't be fully fit.
He's still with the knock, mate.
Oh, is he still struggling a wee bit? Right, I can understand then. So, well, there you go, Andy Halliday left back. Well, the guy we thought would have been long gone by now, still in there, like.
Still a sort of 4-5-1, 4-3-3, Fox.
4-3-3, same sets. Well, for me it is anyway. It'll be Taverner, Bradley, Goldson and Halliday at the back. A midfield 3 of McCrory sitting, Doherty and Ajaria. And a front 3 of Candias, Morelos and Middleton.
Fair play to the boy Middleton, Fox, for getting himself in and running about the first team like that. He must have a great attitude in training.
Well, I've quite enjoyed some of his wee cameo performances since he's made his debut into the first team. For a young boy, I think he's a stocky built boy. He's no scared to go in, win a ball for being a young forward. Works very hard, very nimble feet. I like the looks of him. I think he could have a good future at Rangers.
Yourself, Ulster?
We'll be back in 2 minutes, sorry, Alex.
All right, okay, not a problem. Fox, Morelos, I think a half for Morelos and then maybe Sadiq on, that'll do. That's what it's all about, isn't it? A wee bit more on the legs, get to know your players.
Aye, well.
What about the boy Doherty for you? A lot of people thought he would disappear. If he shines, he might have been starting to fight his way back into the manager's thinking.
This is the sort of game where he could hopefully put in a decent performance and become part of the first team squad. There was wee rumours of him going out on loan. I think the boy would stay and fight for his place. But if he does go out on loan, I hope it's to a decent club where he's going to get good first team experience. Know that he's short of it when he played all the Premier League games with Hamilton. So I just hope he has a good game today, young Doherty.
And the boy Bradley coming in. So
young centre half.
Aye. He must see something in him. Obviously with the boy Aidan Wilson, I don't know, he's made the bench, but I don't know if that'll necessarily be the full bench because sometimes in these games they might have more listed, whatever the two teams agree to.
Aye, I think there'll be plenty of substitutions in this game. Wigan have a wee bit like us had a few pre-season games. I think they started the season there. I think they've played friendlies against Crewe Alexandra, Blackpool, Liverpool, Gibraltar. And recently they just beat Tranmere Rovers and drew 1 each with Chesterfield on Wednesday as well. So they're building up to do well in the Championship. They've also got a Scouser manager and the boy Paul Cook, who has won four promotions, mate, in the last 5 years with his different clubs.
I mean, he was doing this way, mate. He was getting great plaudits. I mean, I'm not that close to it, but Portsmouth are on the local news, one of the local newsies, and the fans really took to him down there, and he got them promoted, mate.
Aye, supposed to have a good reputation for a young manager. Hope he does well for them, mate. And their supporters, I think there's roughly 1,500 travelling up to Ibrox today, and they'll be looking to see their new summer signings, and Lopez, Reece James, and Kai Naismith as well is hopefully going to feature for them as well. And
the managers took him from Portsmouth to Wigan, mate, so he's went and got him because he must have fancied him, the boy that we had. That's the boy we had,
Aye, and a lot of Rangers supporters, when he was about our youth system, had high hopes for Kai. But he seemed to drift out the plans. So we'll get a wee glimpse of him as well today, you know.
There's a thing on the site here. You maybe were asked how do you think we're going to set it. It actually explains how the team's going to, how they want the team to set up, if you want that.
Okay, go ahead, mate.
So it says Stephen Gerrard has named a much-changed side for this afternoon's friendly match vs Wigan Athletic at Ibrox Stadium. Alan McGregor is given the afternoon off with his place between the sticks taken by Jack Alnwick. Captain James Tavernier is on the side at right back and plays alongside Kyle Bradley, who makes a starting debut for the Light Blues. Connor Goldson and Andy Halldale also be in defence. Ross McCrory will sit at the base of midfield with Craig Doherty and Ejaria just ahead of them. Daniel Candias and Graham Middleton, who also make a starting debut, will support Alfredo Morelos. That's it. That's basically what's on the website.
Pretty much which Fox says. I just think the white men, when we've not got the ball, come back and try and support us to make us have a five in there. That's the way that we seem to be starting lining up. A lot of energy when we're playing well, when we're tapper teams. The white men will need to get the damage. And when you're not doing so well and you've got to work hard and get behind the ball, they'll still need to work hard, Fox. We lost Fox. Anyway, Ulster, if people want to give us a number to join us, a phone call to join us, what's the number?
Yeah, it's 01413561972.
Or you can join us at Skype at rangersradio.online where you'll be brought into the call. I don't know much about the young boy Bradley. I'm looking forward to seeing him play, mate, see if we've got one there.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought Aidan Wilson, just by going by prior games, where he's been put in there, I thought he was maybe next in line. I don't know if there's an injury or not there or what's sure, but as I say, it'll be good to see us young fella on the big stage, man. I think it'll be another packed Ibrox, hopefully, all being well. So it'll be good to see how he copes. And these are the games to throw them in their rocks, isn't it? Pre-season friendlies is the best time to see how they can get on.
What kind of crowd are they anticipating today, do you know?
I'm not 100% sure, but it would be high, I would say. Foxy, maybe has a number, do you?
I think they sold 25,000. I think that was up to Wednesday or Thursday, mate, so maybe about 30,000, which is a good turnout for against Wigan on a Sunday afternoon in a typical Glasgow summer's day where it's kind of drecht.
I think the whole country's getting that, mate. The whole country's getting that for a change. Thank God for the rest of that heat. I think once again, our manager, this new manager, this Stephen Gerrard and his whole staff, because I think they're all involved in it, all the decision making. Ultimately, he'll make the big calls, but they seem to be getting things right, Fox.
Well, hopefully getting things, as I've said often on this show, after the first 10 league games, we'll know exactly where we are. And that's when I'll make judgment for myself on the players brought in, the team formation, and how Stephen Gerrard and the backroom staff are doing. It's been a very good start. 9 goals scored, I think it is, and no goals against. So if we keep that sort of run going, I think we'll have a good season. You're
here, mate. Yeah, and I hope you're right. Ulster, what's pleased you so far the most?
Defence, mate. 100% defence. I know everybody likes, especially being Rangers fans, it's all about the attack and you want to score goals, of course, you do. But we've been leaking way, way too many over these last few seasons to give ourselves any chance, really, of giving any sort of a fight to them across the city for a title. You just can't ship that many goals. And it's good to see that we haven't. We've played 3 European games now, 3 European matches and a friendly, and we haven't conceded a single goal yet, which is magnificent for me. I think that's, any team that wants to go forward and win things or to win matches needs a strong defence, and I think that's what we're starting to build. But it'll still take time, still better teams to play, obviously, along the way as the season gets on. But we'll see how they get on. But so far, so good, mate. Defences, for me, is the most improved.
Can I just have a wee word with that Flybo? 30,000 for a friendly is fantastic, he says. And why is us lot no there? Well, if us lot were at the game as we like to be, it'd be no show. So we've sacrificed our day out watching the Bears to give you a wee show. He's getting really cocky since money came into that Aston Villa, that Flybo, isn't he?
Logistically, it's a nightmare for me and Ulster all the time, but Fox has gave up his afternoon to make sure there's a show for everybody out there, Flybo. Don't want to bum him up, but it's true Ulster, isn't it?
And apart from the fact I've got a terrible hangover, so that's
Self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted.
I'm a wee bit delicate myself, son.
Everybody's been on the soup. I was away myself on Friday, so I can't talk. But I was alright. So I was on best behaviour yesterday, so I'm feeling fresh this morning.
Come on in then, Flybone. I will catch Flybone. He's basically pull my chin. But great to hear from people, Fox. What's the number? Thoughts on the team? How do you think it's going to go today? What's the number?
0141 356 1972.
Or join us at Skype at rangersradio.online, where you'll be brought into the call and you can talk about all things relating to today's match, Ulster. Yes?
Yes, and if we get a chance, I'd like another subject to talk about if we get a spot before.
If you PM me, let me know what that is, mate, and I'll tell you if it's something I've got on Fox's agenda sent me. So, Bradley, Middleton, if these boys are going to be pushing to be part of the first team squad, Fox, and then you've got McCrory, who's still a relatively young man, Murray Park begin to show a wee bit of promise for us.
Well, it has been for the last season and a bit when we've been getting rave reviews from what our youths have been doing. So it's good to see some of them, as you say, in and about the first team squad. I'm really going to have a good look at the boy Bradley, who I haven't really heard a great deal of, to be honest with you. And he must be doing something right for Stephen Gerrard to push him, propel him forward into the first team. I do believe he's over 6 feet. Seen him when he was, I think he travelled with us over to Macedonia for the last game. So we're interesting to see. It's also good that probably our biggest signing so far of the summer, Connor Goldson, was obviously wanted to play in this game. He's not taking a rest because he's an organiser, and alongside Tav, hopefully he can hold this back line together. Andy Halliday appearing at left back, surprise for a lot of people, but Andy seems to not go away, didn't he? Everybody was tipping him to go out the door this year, but Stephen Gerrard obviously sees something in Andy, so let's hope he has a good game today as well.
Aye, good luck to him, mate. Good luck to him. Everybody wishes Andy all the best. It's just that we know that he's maybe not quite cut it, but that doesn't mean when he gets his fourth chance, you never know what could happen, but I just don't know if he's quite got it, Ulster.
No, he doesn't. Let's be serious. He doesn't. But he is there at the minute. it's all about trying to find him another club. I just don't think Andy Halliday will be there for the long term. My brother, he's a wee bit different. He doesn't think he's probably good enough, but my brother thinks that having the likes of Halliday there isn't a bad thing because he loves the club that much and he'll sort of play anywhere without any complaints. So if you needed somebody as a stopgap, like today, to play left back or play a certain position in midfield, if you're short, it's good to have someone like him who's willing to play those positions. I just think he's not really good enough, and it's sort of another ways to get rid of, but it's just got to wait and see.
I definitely think that...
I've just been joined by a couple of callers. We've got Blue Shadow, who's a regular, Aussie Bear for Australia, but we've got somebody on the phone, a first-time caller, I think.
How we doing, caller?
Hi, first-time caller, but a long-time listener.
All right, mate. You need some psychiatrist.
Aye. I'm just on my way to get some therapy now. It's just, I'll tell you,
first of all, what do we call you?
I'm known as Bertie Bassett.
Bertie. All right, okay, Bertie.
All right.
Me and we've been communicating for a while.
Yes, we have that. I tell you what, it's just about Andy Halliday. You know, I feel he's getting a wee bit of rough deal. You know, with some of the comments and not being good enough and all that. But see, with this reserve league starting up, do you don't think it'd be a good idea for Andy to say about some of the comments and not being good enough in the reserves and be an influence on the young players? I mean, he was comments not being good enough and all that, but see with this
basically get released.
Reserve league
Experience,
you know what it's like to be released. You know that you maybe you've not cut it first time at Ibrox, but get the head down and keep working. And, you know what it's like to be released. The door might open, and you've not cut it. I just think it'd be a good influence on get the head down and the reserve league, working, and then emergencies he could maybe come in the first team. The door might open and.
I don't know.
I just think it'd be a good influence on
Andy. What age is Andy? 26.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, he's a blue nose. Let's be honest. He's not going to get the same money playing in Scotland.
Well, that's how he's not going anywhere. I don't blame him. I mean, he's got a contract.
I think that's a very good idea, Bertie. He's a man that knows all about the club. I think that's a terrific. We'll need a captain for our younger players in that league, mate.
Yep.
That's a very, very good shout for me. And as you say, Andy would probably bleed blue if you cut him. So, terrific idea for me.
I know. Sorry.
On you go.
It happens in France. Certain. I think it's Lyon. They sign 2 players. It's professionals that won't cut it in their first team, but they're good enough to be there or thereabouts a squad, but they use them solely for the reserve team, just to have an influence on the young players coming through, to show them the right things, because you can't just fling a reserve team out, and I think Rangers are going to play mostly all boys 17, 18. You need somebody there that's got a bit of experience, even just for preparing for the games and when you're out in the park, and I just think it'd be a great idea for him, a player like him.
What I will say is, I don't think we could ever fault Andy's attitude, mate.
No,
his attitude. I mean, and he showed big cojones with what happened in that semi-final, and he played a position he's not really comfortable in at Parkhead, and took loads and loads of abuse for the fans of the team that used to play in the East End of Glasgow, used to train at Barrafield,
yeah.
And he showed that. I just think Andy lacks a wee bit. And it's an observation rather than a criticism. I just think he lacks that bit of pace. The game, we've moved on and we've improved and we're trying to improve. And unfortunately, sometimes there's casualties in that. But if that's a way to go and the manager wanted it to get and start feeding players in, it's a great idea, but I think it'll be on first team wages and that'll be the trouble, with that. Mm-hmm. But a good idea. What do you think of the team that Stevie G set up today?
I mean, I've got to be honest, I was in 2 minds whether to go this afternoon, but it's the old pull at Ibrox, and you're like, half an hour before kick-off, you're like, oh, bugger it, I'm going, And the young boy Bradley, I think he came on against St Johnstone, didn't he, when at the start of Kashinya's reign, sort of thing, the last game at Muirton Park. I think he came on and he looked quite good. They brought him on for about the last 10 minutes. So be quite good to see him, see how he gets on. Always like to see young players coming through. The boy Middleton, I've seen him in a few, youth games, and he's definitely one. But I think if he keeps the heat screwed on and keeps working his game, he'll definitely make it. You know what I mean? I think he'll go to the top. It'd be nice to see it.
Do you see similarities between him and the boy Kent? They're both pretty direct.
Aye. Well, they're both full of skill, aren't they? They've all got all the tricks of the trades, and let's be honest, we're a lot more optimistic than this time last year. So just hoping, I had Walter Smith in my taxi a couple of weeks ago, and basically that's what he was saying. He says, "Look, it's just." Compared to this time last year, things are looking a lot brighter, and so here we go. So let's hope, you know what I mean? Let's hope. That's all we can. Well, I think it's more than hope, let's be honest.
I think we've got a guy who knows what he's looking for.
Yep.
He's looking to improve us, but he's also getting feedback about how the Scottish game is, i.e. he's brought in two big physical centre-halves. He's strengthening us right up the middle, and he knows what he's all about. Bertie, Can I just cut across you? We've got Aussie Jer for Australia, mate. If you're your way
I'm on my way to the game anyway. Thanks for taking the call, and I'll listen in tomorrow morning.
I'll be in contact with you soon, mate. All right, mate.
Right, okay, magic. Thanks again. Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Thanks for joining us, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Morning, Aussie, or evening, Aussie, should I say? Evening, Aussie, isn't it?
Yeah, good evening, mate.
How you going, mate? How's things, mate?
Yeah, good. Yeah, been good.
How have you used it? What do you think? What do you think so far, mate? Before we go to Blue, the pre-season so far, if you like, with the three European ties in it, you happy?
Happy with the results, yes.
Performances?
Performances could have done better in the first game. Who did we play? the very first game. And then the away game, we did well to hold them out. And then Friday morning for me, 4:00 in the morning. It was a good game to watch for the first half, but the second half, you could see them. I suggest coming into the game. And I was sitting there waiting for them to score and saying to myself, they're going to score. And then our defence held up, was very strong. And our defence is just completely different from what it was last year. You can see the confidence. And you got to, mentally as a supporter, I've had to really changed my thought about we're in front, but we might lose it at the end of the game like we were last season.
Fair enough, mate. I get it, but hopefully we're getting games in the legs, we're improving, new players coming in. What's your thoughts on today's setup, Blue?
I think it's been just having a quick look at it. It's quite intelligent variation on things. It's a mixture of new players players that don't play very often coming in, players that have been dropped and got a point to prove, and a couple of experienced players just to hold the whole thing together. So
still a young team, but
still a young team, and there's a couple on the bench. I mean, young Bradley, it'd be interesting to see how he fits in. Did he play a half in the Bury game as well?
I think he came on for about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes.
Anyway, roughly.
Can I cut across you again?
Of course you can.
We'll somebody on the phone and I'll come right back to you. Afternoon, caller.
Hi, good afternoon, Bridgman here.
All right, we'll go back to Blue Shadow. I didn't realise.
Bridge is panicking because it's an improved offering for Lafferty, isn't there?
How we doing, Bridgeman? How's the weather? How's the crowd? How's you?
It's a bit very overcast, but kind of warm.
And the exact temperature outside the stadium at the moment?
Couldn't tell you.
Have you got the big jacket on or a light jerkin?
I've got a jacket on, big jacket on.
Oh, that's not so good. Have you heard the team?
Washington all night.
Have you
No,
heard the
I haven't
team,
heard
mate?
anything, no.
Right, okay,
No.
Big Ulster will give you right off the press. On we go, Ulster with the team, mate.
Oh, hey, Bridgeman.
Hey, pal.
Keeping well, good man.
Never mind, just give me team.
I like to say hello to Bridge.
That's what's
Right,
to know
we've
the
got-
team.
We've got Alan Wick and goalkeeper. Holiday's playing left back. Bradley in centre defence. I think who's the other centre defence? I've got in front of me. Is it
Goldston.
Goldson? Sorry. Tavernier at right back. Midfield of Doherty, Ajaria, and who else is in defence? McCrory. Front three of Claire Middleton, Candias, and up front Morales.
Okay.
I think I got that all right.
It's along to some of the lines we spoke about the other night there, for instance, about young Dockett. He's at least getting a chance now. So, a chance to shine. If he shines today, then he's got a good chance of being included as of going forward. So, good luck to him that way.
Well, he's been getting a
That sounds
start,
good.
mate.
Sounds a nice young team.
But you're right, Bridge. I know you've got your views on him, and you don't wish and you hope he becomes a world superstar. But if he gets a chance and he plays well, you get nearer getting in the team, and then that's how it works sometimes. And then sometimes it's an injury gets you in the team, and it's up to you to take your chance, mate.
Also, if he plays well, at least he's going to be in the squad, right? So the chances of him, shall we say, being asked to go on loan becomes minimal, you know. So that's what I'm looking for. I want to see the boy playing well. I'm really desperate for it. You know how I feel about it. I can't say any more on that. What was that about Lafferty? I heard something about Lafferty for Blue Shadow.
I think Blue Shadow's got him signing tomorrow, Blue. Just to upset you, give me the latest news on Lafferty. On you go, Blue.
It's being reported that there's an increased offer on Lafferty, Blue. Bridgeman.
Yeah. Well, what I heard was,
So I'm getting a hell of a thirst on, you know.
What I heard this morning was that Rangers, both Rangers and them across the other side of the city, the people that they're actually bidding for, i.e. Lafferty for us and McGinn for them, apparently the two clubs are stalling on giving them any more money, no more offers. It could be add-ons, if you follow what I mean. It could come in, but definitely no more cash. That's what I heard. I don't know how true it is, but that's what I heard.
Well, the time will tell, mate. But,
Of course.
If Lafferty had had the season that he'd had with Hearts last year, obviously there's more to it than just a straight buying a player for Hearts.
Yeah.
Everybody will have different opinions in it. Young centre half on the day.
Can I just say this? As far as Lafferty's concerned, can I just say this? Hearts are playing the same game they were playing when we were interested in the boy. Was it Fowler that we were interested in for Hearts last year?
No, the boy went to Wigan, actually. He played for Wigan today. The boy...
what's his name? Shit.
Fox, what's the boy's name? The winger. The boy...
He's number 7.
Jamie Walker.
So I said Fowler, apologies.
Boy.
So they're doing the same thing with them. What I saw this morning on I think it was
Jamie
on
Walker.
Jamie Walker. I said Fowler. Hearts are valuing Lafferty at £1 million, and that's what they did with the boy Fowler last year. And Rangers just left it.
Jamie...
You know where he is, he's doing wherever he is.
Jamie Walker.
Did it Wigan, is he? Jamie Walker. Playing today?
On the bench, Bridge.
Right.
On the bench, aye. She took the words out of my mouth.
Wigan, is he?
Aye.
He's going to be playing today.
All right, mate. You enjoy the ball game, and I'm sure we'll hear you after the game. But just one thing before you go, Bridge, young centre half.
Okay, buddy.
Bradley, young boy playing Bradley, centre half. Good to see. I'm sure we'll hear you after the game. But just one thing before you go, Bridge, young centre half.
Okay, buddy.
Bradley, young boy playing Bradley, centre half. Good
delighted
to see.
Let's see what we're made up of, and if we're bad in the first half, I dare say I'll bring on the big guns in the second. So we'll see how it goes. I'm delighted, looking forward to it, and I'll speak to you later, okay?
Enjoy the ball game, all China.
Cheers, boys. All the besties. Bye.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, man.
Well, I don't like the sound of that. Bridges got his big jacket on.
Should be a straight jacket.
Just to let you know, you'll listen to the archives, you'll hear that.
Oh yeah, he'll be after you.
He'll be looking for you.
It'll be the first time I've sorted him out, mate. Don't worry about that.
Oh, you'll hear that as well. Who's your money on Blue Shadow?
I couldn't comment. I don't know either of them. You know, sometimes you get these wee ins and they've just got that nasty side about them. So I couldn't comment.
That is a fair comment. That is a fair comment. So Andy Halliday playing, Tav playing. Obviously, the boy Flanagan's know about. Declan John's know about. A wee bit short and full-back cover. Was you expected a young boy out the reserves youth team to be on the bench just to use cover at full-back? Because I can't see an obvious choice if one of the full-backs had to go off.
Well, Declan John's gone, isn't he? Well, he's not gone, but he's injured. So I think he'd be your main one. And the only other young fullback I can think of that we've got is that Ross Lyon, and we've not heard from him for a wee while. So I'd say I don't know who else we've got at fullback at the minute.
Aye, well, Hodgson's not away yet, is he?
That's true. It just shows he doesn't even enter.
I would bring a young boy in with the greatest respect to Lee Hodgson, Ulster. I think I don't want to criticise him. It's time to move on, yeah, and let a young boy develop.
Oh yeah, well, let's face it. If Lee Hodgson, as you say, there is no cover there. It doesn't look like it. And if he's not even in the squad for today, given the changes and what options we have on the bench, then I think we can all come to the conclusion that Hodgson won't probably be wearing a Rangers shirt again. But for anywhere he goes, yes, of course, fellow Ulster man, I will wish him all the best in his career. But he just wasn't good enough for the Teddy Bears.
Della's just put a good point in the lobby there. What about the kid from Malta, Bierman?
Bierman? Oh, that's a good shake.
He's disappeared,
Also got Lee Wallace somewhere hanging about as well, guys.
Is he still injured? Still injured, I think, isn't he?
Well, I've heard rumours that he's not.
Oh, you think so? Just not getting. You never know, mate. It might be a case.
Well,
just gone all quiet, innit, about Wallace. God knows what's going on.
Well, I think it's because he's want to clear his name, mate. Whatever was said and done in the incident that happened, I think Stephen Gerrard will possibly give Lee Wallace a clean slate if the board sort it out with the player. So Lee Wallace may not be leaving the club for me.
Well, if he does leave the club, somebody will need to move into Travel Rug's house because he'll be in suicide watch for a few weeks. You know?
Maybe,
we'll need to look after Travel Rug. He'll be in a bad way because he's got that garage full of Lee Wallace posters he was hoping to get rid of. When you go, Blue?
Maybe I'm just thinking maybe the manager's had an instruction from above until we get this sorted out between Wallace and taking some sort of court action or something against us. Until that's sorted out, we can't play him. Just an idea.
That would sound about right to me.
It's like a bit like putting somebody on suspension when there's a problem.
Aye, preventative suspension. Look, a week ago, I think about 10 days ago, Stephen Gerrard said he was back on the grass doing some running. So maybe we're putting too much in it. He might not be ready. And hopefully, just because I think he's always come across as a decent individual, whatever way his career goes, gets fit. And if he leaves the club or stays with the club, I wish him all the success going forward, Lee Wallace, because he's a decent ambassador for our club. He's not my favourite player ever, but if he gets himself fit, you never know where it can take you, Fox.
Of course, always. Hold on, I'm just bringing in Cairo at the moment. I think.
Right, okay.
I think Cairo's just joined us, mate.
Well, happy new season, Mr. Cairo.
Happy new season, Ox. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. All the better for hearing your dulcet tones.
I heard you had a fantastic time the other week there. I heard you were up in Bonnie, Scotland, and you were leading folk astray, and you were having a real good time.
I cannot think what you were talking about, mate. Have you been? Would it be a guy who captains a boat you were speaking to?
Oh, that would. There would be a bushy tail involved.
Right. Okay. Sounds like pox.
It could be. It could be.
Oh, yes, and funny thing is, the same thing could happen this weekend coming up, Cairo.
Is that right?
Yes.
You coming up, are you?
Yes, Thursday.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, well, we'll keep that one in check. How's things anyway? What do you think?
All right,
team, have you get the team?
Yeah, I'll let Ulster give you the team. He's my team correspondent.
Oh, man of the man.
He's some man. He has me looking after Facebook and Twitter, and then
I'll give you. All
I can say is Ibrox Loyal can do it. No bother.
We all know Ibrox Loyal is the best man on this. Four of ours is fantastic.
Plus, he can talk when he's doing it.
On you go, Fox. Give us a team.
Alnick in goal. Tav, Bradley, Goldson and Halliday. Middle three are McCrory sitting, Doherty and Ajaria in the middle. And up front we've got Candias, Bareilles and Middleton. On the bench we have Fotheringham, a reserve keeper, Murphy, Kent, Koulibaly, Arfield, Rudden and Sadiq. So two strikers on the benches and young Rudden and we're loan signing Sadiq. Did you manage to crash for that?
Aye. Tumbleweed. What
are you thinking?
I'm just thinking he's playing an out of sorts team there. He must be trying to see what they're like or give them the game time because they've got an important game on Thursday. I thought it'd have been at least lining up something to see, well, okay, get these guys a wee bit more in tune and we'll bring on some of the other players to see what they can do. But he seems to be doing it the other way about. That's my view.
I'm quite happy. I think that when you think about it, the goalkeepers we don't have got with McGregor, so we'll talk about the 10 outfield players. Tav and Goldson will get a run. They might play for part of the game. The midfield, Ajira would be better for the game.
Halliday. Do you think is Halliday going to be a long-term left back for us?
I don't think so personally, Kyle.
No, there we go. That's the first one I've got.
So who else would you play at left back?
I'd play whoever we've got at left back. Whenever we've got an injured Sullivan or whatever the guy's name is, whenever he's injured, who are we going to put at left back? I wouldn't play somebody that's not going to feature as a left back.
That's what we said. But if you take that, let's just assume, I'm assuming a lot wrong, but let's just assume the boy Flanagan's got a knock. So.
Who did I say? Sullivan? Who did I get Sullivan from? I must have been watching Only Fools and Horses.
He's got a knock. Oh, what are you doing, Cairo? Sit still. That's better. He's got a knock, so we've not got with Hodgson looking as if he's leaving the club. Lee Wallace injured. Bierman out the picture. Declan John injured. Bizarrely, we're a wee bit short in that position.
Right, so who... Well... Okay, we'll let that one go, but I can't see Halliday being our left back.
No,
neither can I. So who's it going to be? That's who I'd play. Okay, we'll let that. Who's next? Who's the next team? McCrory, okay. McCrory,
Ajir, and Doherty in midfield. What's your views on Doherty, Cairo?
I think he'll be a good player for us in the future. I think he needs to step up a wee gear. And I think he's maybe a wee bit overawed, but they can see there's a player there, I think. I mean, when he's on song, he looks as though he's not too bad. Did he set the header on fire last season? He never played that many games, but the games he did play, I think he did okay. Was he exceptional? No, really, but it was good enough.
But playing in a team ultimately ended up low in confidence, the whole team, not just him, the boy.
Yeah, that's what I think. So I think they're a player there, and I think he is one for the future. I've no problem with him playing the day. Let's see what he can do against a team like Wigan.
Blue Shadow, then before we go to Aussie, they'll be similar fitness levels to us. Their season starts, I think, the same weekend as yours does, next weekend. So this will be a real test because a championship club, arguably on a par with the top end of Scottish football, the championship.
Oh, I mean, the top end of the championship, I'd say, is better than Scottish football. But sort of middle, from the top six down, yeah, I would guess, that's probably the top end of the Premiership. I think Wigan have just come back up again. They've just been promoted again this season. So I think it's probably, I would hope, just slightly below our level. But this manager of theirs has done a fantastic job there. And I would be honest and say he's actually somebody I was considered before we brought in Gerrard that we might look at ourselves. But he's certainly got them well organised and doing well, and I would say they will end up in a position probably at least mid-table and be quite comfortable with from what I'm hearing about them. I haven't seen too much of them on the box or anything, so it should be a good game.
Ozzy, you looking forward to it? A good test for us today?
Yeah, it should be a good test. It's Wigan's last pre-season game, so they should be, their fitness level should be up with ours. So yeah, it should be an interesting game.
Hope so, mate. And Big Ulster, are you going to cheer if Will Griggs scores?
No. No chance.
Was it an own goal?
If it's an own goal, that's different. No, I think it'll be good today to see some of the players getting on, so especially Bradley. I'm interested to see how he gets on in defence, to see if he can strike a wee partnership up with Goldson. A bit like Cairo. We know what Halliday can sort of offer at left back, but I don't think it's a long-term solution. But it's maybe to do with maybe a few injuries, a few knocks. Maybe that's the reason why he'll probably get the 90 minutes today, I'd say, at left back. And Doherty, a player we've talked about already. For the last couple of weeks, we was talking maybe getting a wee loan move. So hopefully he comes in today, does a really, really good job, and puts himself in the manager's brain for and as a thought, should I say, for upcoming games, because I like wee Doherty, and I hope he does well today, mate.
Okay, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the afternoon, and it's time to go and get ready for the ball game. This has been Rangers Radio. Can I thank the one and only Cairo, all the way for Aussie, who are Aussie Jer, Blue Shadow.
Well done, Aussie.
The Fox, Big Ulster. Can I thank the Bridge for phoning in, who never lets us down. And it was great to hear from the one and only Bertie Bassett. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle to have a quick debrief on today's game. Take it away, Fox.
I've heard you said that Real Madrid the greatest football team. I've even heard that Anderlecht the best they've ever seen. There's Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur too. There's Arsenal, Chelsea, Blackpool, just to name a famous few. Who's that team they call the Rangers? Who's that team they all adore? They're the boys in royal blue, by the Scotland's gallant.